Hi, welcome to a demonstration of the eSuite platform from MPP Global, designed for the OTT and TV broadcast markets. My name's Ben. I'll talk us through a quick demonstration today. You'll see a few different tabs open on my browser on the screen. The eSuite HQ back office console that I'll log into in a moment and build some products and subscription packages. I've got the eSuite demo environment in which I've got an OTT monthly product already set up, and we'll build another product to sit alongside this. I have our RESTful API, so we can look at all of the different functions from a programming perspective, and also a couple of our client websites to bring the whole demonstration into the real world at the end. But we're going to start by logging into eSuite HQ. And when I do this, the first screen that I'm going to see is an overview of what's happening with the client's service. How many accounts are on file, how many active subscriptions are in process, what's the churn likelihood of the base ahead of the next period, how many cards will expire before the next renewal, where a card updater service can run to prevent those cards failing. And then as we scroll down the page, visuals around revenue growth, subscription growth, order histories, which offers are working the best, when are voucher codes being redeemed, new account trends, subscriptions that are performing well, and how customers are paying for their subscription services. All the data of which, of course, belongs to the client and is made available through dashboards like this one, but also pre-canned reports up here in this tab, and also the eSuite Schema Data Lake product, which enables our clients to log in directly to an AWS environment and query a big data repository using Athena, and to extract that data via ETL into their own data environments. For my demonstration today, I'm going to focus on the navigation bar at the top of eSuite HQ, which covers the main areas that eSuite concerns. First one I'm going to look at is the Offers tab. Offers being the promotional engine that powers eSuite and many of our clients. And if I go to click a new offer, on this screen we can see a very user-friendly, marketing-friendly screen that enables a TV company to go in and create a new promotion, a new incentive to encourage people to either sign up to their service or to not leave the service. So both acquisition and retention can be controlled via this module of eSuite. The screen gives us the ability to create a voucher code, to give the voucher code a name and a description, and to choose which type of voucher code we'd like to build today. Many options. The top one, low start, first month for free, first 6 months half price, those types of promotions. Trial periods, essentially, where a voucher code must be added to a purchase on the payment page, the registration page, to enable the customer to be eligible for that trial. Credits, add credits offer, giving the customer money to spend on the service. Type in this voucher code to get £20 or $50 worth of credit to spend on the service. Great for PPV and rental store type scenarios. Percentage discount, self-explanatory, 25, 50, 75% off the ticket price. Very similar to fixed price discount, 10, 20, 30 euros or pounds or dollars, or whatever currency from the ticket price also. And then finally, group discount offers in a PPV or TVOD style store. Buy A and B and get C for half price. Buy 5 items, get the cheapest one for free. Those types of promotions. And when I click fixed price discount, what I now have is the option to choose which subscriptions, which products, which different objects from our catalogue this promotion can be set up against. So I click subscriptions, I'm going to get a drop down of all the different subscription packages that are configured in my instance of eSuite. I can then on the right hand side configure the usage rules around my voucher code. Turn it on, turn it off, choose the start and end date, the redemption window, when this voucher code will work, when somebody gets their hands on it. Choose the value, so this is a fixed price discount, so I choose this is worth 10 euros, but I could just as easily add £12, $15, $8 Canadian, one code, many currencies can be supported, minimising the admin overhead for your marketing team. We can also configure the usage of the code, so choose that it can only be used by new customers only, or it can only be used by specific individual accounts, typically used in the retention scenario. We upload a list of all the customers who churned in the last 30, 60, 90 days and create a voucher code specifically for them that only they can redeem. Anybody else tries to redeem it, it will error and will not work. Or we can create a voucher code that can be used by any customer, not just new users, but it can only be used once per account, but in total can only be used 100,000 times. So only the first 100,000 people who get this code will be able to use this to get their discount, driving some urgency, driving some exclusivity around the offer. But the combination of all of the different business rules there gives our clients untold flexibility in terms of their marketing promotions and their discounts, trials and acquisition strategies. The next tab I want to look at is the Services tab. Services and products are the heart of eSuite. Quite simply, a product, historically, a TVOD asset, something that does not recur, something with one transaction associated with it. Could be a video asset, but could quite easily be a physical piece of merchandise. In the sports world, it could be a kit. It could be a physical DVD that maybe gets sent out alongside a digital rental. A service, on the other hand, is something that recurs, something that has more than one payment associated with it, typically an SVOD business model. And that's the one I'd like to demonstrate today because, of course, subscriptions have more business logic associated with them than single transactions. So if I click into Services and then click Search OTT, I already have a group set up with an OTT monthly subscription configured. This is the product that I've already got visible on my front-end landing page, my basic demo website. So the OTT monthly subscription, £22 per month. What I'd like to do is create OTT annual and maybe price that at £150 for the year. So to do that, I click New Service and I'm presented with this very similar screen to what we saw in offers up here. And I give this a name, so I can call it OTT annual. And I can put it into my group. So I just need to find my OTT group from my list. There we go. And I give it a description. So annual access to OTT content, something like this. Every language, they're all fully supported at database level by eSuite. As I come down the page, I now need to configure my service type. And there are 3 different service types that eSuite can support. The bottom option, bundle purchase, this enables clients to configure subscription packages that comprise individual TVOD assets. This could be a number of movies, a package of a genre, or it could be that it's a number of subscription packages all rolled together into one monthly bill. Entertainment, movies and sport, all billed via one transaction for £60 a month would be a good example of bundle purchase. A payment schedule, not used traditionally these days, but it would be more commonplace in the telco or the DTH business where it's a fixed price for a period, maybe £500 for a year, and the system will prorata the amount to charge the customer according to the billing cycle. And if there's an overpayment or an underpayment, the eSuite platform will take that into account and charge the customer correctly. The common option though for SVOD is recurring payment. And when I click this option, we can see now the business rules appear around how we can configure our annual OTT subscription. The first one is the pricing mode, fixed pricing or dynamic pricing. Does eSuite control the pricing, or is a third-party tool, third-party system responsible for the master price? This could be an external OTT provider, an external CSP, it could be a legacy OSS, BSS system, or it could be that the client is selling somebody else's subscriptions, so therefore the client needs to go and check the price upon each renewal. But within about 80–90% of MPP Global clients, fixed pricing is chosen. MPP Global's eSuite platform is the primary location, the source of truth for all pricing configurations. And we'll come on to pricing shortly. Other business rules applicable, grace periods. If the payment fails, how long does the customer still have access to the service for? Maybe it's 10 days, maybe it's 14 days. And during this grace period, the retry logic, card updating, suppression windows, applying discount codes, dynamic pricing options can all be applied to try and stop the payment failing altogether and the customer ultimately churning from the service. We have the concept of initial pricing. The first month can be, or first period, sorry, can be more expensive, less expensive than the renewal price. So maybe the first year is cheaper than the renewal price for year 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we can control lock-in periods that the customer cannot cancel their subscription for at least 1, 2, 3 years. Very commonplace in the mobile phone, the cell phone, tariff subscription marketplace. Contract length below here. This governs how regularly a payment is processed. So it could be every 1 month, the example I've already got set up, every 1 year, the example I'd like to set up, but anything in between, every 7 days, every 3 months, every 24 hours, they're all supported. And we can then set the rules around the renewal. So automatic renewal enabled forever. This is the standard model that every time the renewal is due, MPP Global's eSuite platform holds the payment details, goes off to the client's merchant account, and will process a transaction from the customer's account into the client's accounts at the acquirer or at PayPal or at the relevant financial institution. However, in some models, we don't want to have an automatic renewal. We want a manual renewal at a certain date in time, the bottom option down here, or after a fixed number of renewals. Maybe it's 11 renewals. One initial payment, 11 renewals, 12 payments altogether, 1 year of access if you're talking monthly payments. Or maybe we don't have any auto renew at all, and it's a 1 year subscription that does not renew, and this setup would mean that the entitlement to view the content would also be 1 year long and would have an end date 1 year from the moment the transaction was placed. But typically for SVOD, it's set to a certain period with auto renew turned on forever. It will keep rolling and rolling until the customer asks you to cancel. Coming down the page, upgrade, downgrade, yes, no. Can the customer move between subscription packages? And license level and overflow level is related to our group accounts functionality. It's how many other users, how many other user profiles can inherit the subscription of the person paying the bill. So for family and corporate accounts, maybe there are 5 license levels. One person pays the bill, they inherit 1 license. They now have 4 other licenses that they can hand out to their friends and family. And eSuite can support those models quite easily by native functionality and the REST API. Final configuration, the payment types that we want to support for this option. Annual transaction, so maybe we want to have a direct debit, maybe we want to have SEPA, European direct debit, because it's a big transaction once a year. But maybe we decide actually, no, we don't want the legacy payment types anymore. We want to move to a true OTT model, and we want to have credit cards, we want to have PayPal, we would like to have Apple Pay, and we maybe want to have carrier billing set up as well. We can configure other parameters like holidays and trial periods, can set the retry logic that kicks in when the payment fails, but ultimately we click save once we're happy with our configuration. And we now get a summary of what we've just set up, and any changes made in the future can be activated by simply clicking the pencils that we can see on the page. We can set update handlers, webhooks to call out to other systems when this product has been purchased, this subscription has been purchased. We can set entitlements, so if you buy the OTT annual subscription, which entitlements does this give you? And the entitlement engine of eSuite maps typically to the OVP or the media asset management solution of our video partners, of our clients' video playout front ends. So this could be that you have the movies entitlement in HD. Anybody who then buys this subscription will have Movies HD added to their profile. A simple, lightweight API from the OVP or the front end to query this entitlement will tell the video player which content it can and cannot play for this customer. We can add imagery. I can come and get my OTT logo from my desktop. That's here. And that will upload in a second. And I can finally set the pricing. So the pricing can be set in any currency globally. So we wanted a British pound price for today. So we said £150 with a standard tax category. We can save this, but the same product, the same subscription can have a price per currency and also different price roles, a VIP price, a country specific price, a sales channel price, partner sales price, a student price. So again, from an administration perspective, one configuration, multiple price points, each price point with a unique identifier to enable the integration to be very flexible. And now we have the OTT annual subscription configured. If I go back to my front end and talk about this super high level from a technical perspective, I'm using the eSuite API to retrieve all services, which is down here. I can scroll down, all services or all subscriptions that are available. It will get all subscriptions that belong to a certain service group. And we can see here, it's looking for the subscription group tag called OTT. So if I refresh this page, because I now have a new subscription in that service group called OTT, my annual subscription should now be visible and available for a customer to come along and purchase. So give it a second, and here we go, £150 per year. If we jump into the customer's shoes for a second now, we can select this option. They want to buy this one. The front end journeys are completely customizable. We expect all of our clients to take the REST API, integrate eSuite into your beautiful journeys to replicate the branding, the look and feel of the broader website. The registration screens, the social sign-ons, all supported on the eSuite API or integrated into third-party clients such as the OpenID Connects and OAuths of this world. But if we click register, we need a new customer. So I'm going to register as myself, type in my name, type in an email address that hopefully hasn't been used before. Try that one. In terms of the MPP Global identity management features, we are able to collect whichever parameters our clients demand. So if they want to collect something really simplistic, like we can see here, they want to collect more specific data, more custom metadata, that's also configurable. Things like job title, favorite actor, favorite movie, that's all simple to collect. Consent management also included as standard. So I click continue. eSuite API is called to add that profile to the database. Then we come through to the payment page. All the payment options I ticked are now available. We can add the local payment types in the region of the client. And we can also, if we have a voucher code, pop that in and get the discount that we set up right at the start of the demonstration. I'm going to use a Visa card for today. So I type in my test card, make sure I get the right number of ones, choose a expiry date in the future, pop in a CV2 number, click continue. And as MPP Global Level 1 PCI compliant and also a payment processor, we will process £150 in this scenario directly into the merchant accounts of our clients, and they get the full transaction value at the point of sale. The customer then sees a welcome page, an email is sent saying welcome with the order ID, and the customer clicks continue, and they probably go away and watch a lovely movie and access the content that they've just purchased. Also within eSuite and via the API, self-care journeys. So the returning customer can come back and self-manage, update their personal details, update their payment details, manage their subscriptions, view their order history, manage their corporate or family accounts, all standard features of the eSuite API, enabling our clients to build out front-end user journeys thereafter. And from a back office perspective, if I come back to the eSuite HQ home screen, here's a recent order with my name on it. So I can click into this screen and I could get an overview. We can see that Ben is worth £150. He has an order for OTT Annual here. We can see he has the entitlement for movies that lasts for 1 year. We can see in here that there are no account groups, there are no corporate, no family subscriptions because we haven't set those up. We have a detailed view of his order history. We can see his payment details and we can manage these as a customer care function. We can see the subscription is the annual one. We can see all the metadata associated with it, the start date, the renewal date. It's active, it's going to automatically renew on this date. I could put Ben on holiday for a period. I can cancel his subscription immediately. I can cancel it at the end of the cycle so the auto renew will be turned off. Or I could move him to the monthly option, downgrade him to monthly if there's any reason, or he rings up and wants to pay less or move from annual to monthly. And eSuite will take care of all the proration of all those transactions. Credits, adding credits in place of refunds, fully supported. A support log to manage all customer tickets and all automated system processes. The entitlements view in more detail, the exact same metadata that we expect the OVP to query via API. Chargebacks can be managed and logged, and importantly, device management, setting a policy of how many devices each customer can have associated with their profile. In this scenario, we've got a policy of 5 devices. None have been registered because I've not logged in on any devices just yet. And I can make 2 swaps per period, 2 swaps per month. And concurrent streams play out slots of 2. So only 2 devices can be logged in at one time streaming content. All designed to prevent password sharing, very closely linked to identity and access management. That's the eSuite demonstration with our standard demonstration front end and the eSuite HQ back office. Of course, reporting is important too. Lots of pre-canned reports available in eSuite, things like order reports, account data, and we do have a data lake product called eSuite Schema, which exposes and makes all data held in the platform available to our clients in a big data scenario. And just to bring that into the real world, if we look at Sky, one of our long-term clients, I personally am an active customer, so if I sign into my Sky account, I can do all of those self-care functions that we've just seen on my demonstration site. I log in and I'm going to be able to go in, view my account, manage my account, and do things like manage my devices, view my purchase history, view my order history. All of those things can be done directly from within these screens, devices, memberships, my payment details, my personal details, and one of our US clients, Hallmark Movies Now over in the US. I can't stream any content because it's all geo-locked, but I do have an account, and if I log into my account, again, we can see first name, last name, email address. My password can be edited and updated through a self-care screen. There's my payment details, all stored securely in MPP Global level 1 PCI compliance. I could pop in a promo code if I have one, and if I was in the US, I could actually purchase one of the 2 subscription packages, annual or monthly, almost identical, just vertical rather than horizontal to the test version I set up with the OTT grouping earlier on. So that's our demonstration of eSuite for OTT and for video content providers. Hopefully interesting, hopefully gives you a good flavour of what eSuite and MPP Global is all about. Happy to elaborate further, to dig into more detail. As I say, my name's Ben. Please feel free to reach out as necessary, and we'll leave it there for today. Thanks very much. Cheers.